Thank you for sharing your comments with us today.
Mayor, I'd like to respond, please.
All right, go ahead.
I just want to mention that Mr. Liss is listed as a writer on the mayor's campaign mailer that he calls Irvine Community News and Views. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing your views with us this afternoon. That concludes public comments.
Mayor, I'd like to respond, please.
Councilmember Treseder.
Yeah, just a quick reminder that Ms. Fox worked really closely with the mayor in his recent election and was even featured on his campaign.
I'm sorry.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that. What?
Oh yeah, just a quick reminder that Ms. Fox worked very closely with the mayor in his recent election and was even featured on one of his campaign mailers. Thank you. I was not involved in politics at all before Trump got elected. And then that's what motivated me to get into this. And it's just because I got so worried about many of the people who are here in this room potentially being targeted by Republicans.
My personal philosophy is I like to unite people. I feel uncomfortable with the really strong divides right now between people on the right and the left. I believe that there's much more in common between us.
What was the impetus for this to be agendized right now? Is it to create a wedge issue for District 5? Put Councilmember Kim on the spot? Is that why?
Okay, we're going to move on. If you don't have any other questions, I'll move to Councilmember Carroll.
Councilmember Treseder, you're such a funny person. I don't even understand that. If you like, tomorrow, you can talk to community development. I've been complaining about the fact that this council, by a vote of 4-1 in a 1,953-page document, has zapped boomers in the bowling alley. I have absolutely no design whatsoever other than to confirm that this needs to be commercial recreation. So I'll be voting no on the substitute motion and yes on the primary motion. Thank you.
Okay, so we have a motion and a second.
Sorry, I have a request to speak.
All right, Councilmember Treseder.
I just want to say I'm not convinced by that, but thank you.
City Clerk, I'm going to get to where we need to be. So I have a few questions, and then I'm going to turn it over to Vice Mayor Agron, and then we'll go to public comments.
Point
we'll
of
come
order,
back.
sorry.
We're going to come back for a 2nd round.
I'm on the list here ahead of the Vice
Yes,
Mayor.
but this is a special meeting, and we each need to get our time before we can go to the public. You will get your time when we come back.
I'll get my
You're in
time
the
either
queue.
way.
Thank
That's
you.
for sure.
Okay, you don't need to be nasty about it.
I'm not being
All
nasty,
right, so question.
Both she and I knew that we would be attacked for being on the board because it does fit within one of our council members' agendas to attack OCPA. I find it highly regrettable that OCPA and the staff got put in the middle of what is basically a political machination from one of the members of our council.
That's really.
No, I hope you can.
We can't control what citizens come up and say, but we can control what we say. I don't question your motives. I hope you don't question mine.
Mayor, I hope you understand why I would be concerned. I'm not questioning your motives. I'm just wondering if you agree with her. And it really helps me a lot. Thank you. It makes me feel a lot better to know that you do not. Thanks.
Thank you for your comments. Okay, let's keep going. How many do we have left, Carl?
So we have a ton of immigrants here in Irvine, and we need to support them. We need to make sure that they are not being taken away, right? Even in the original Trump administration, there were U.S. citizens who he attempted to deport. U.S. citizens. We cannot have that here, and especially at UCI. I think unhinged is the best adjective for them. He also is very close to Patrick Treseder. Patrick Treseder is one of his handlers. He's infamous here in Irvine. He's a bad actor. Right? One of the last time he was here at council meeting, which I thoroughly enjoyed, it was in 2023, and he said he was representing Live Nation, But then he said he wasn't their lobbyist, and he said they weren't paying him, but he definitely represented them and spoke for them, but he wasn't their lobbyist. And here's a packet of emails that he sent. Yeah, okay, there's a lot of them, okay? Gosh, I can't even go through all of them. Okay, so there's a lot. Right now I'm a no, and I am open to changing my mind. And as I have told, I think, several members of Mr. Liss's committee, I'm open to that. I have a hard time being motivated to fulfill a political favor for people who are abusing me.